The Galaxy A5 is not necessarily a bargain with a price north of $400 or euros, but Samsung was obviously keen to position this phone a notch higher than last year's A series. Build quality and looks is one particular area where the Galaxy A5 can stand up to flagship-grade scrutiny. Samsung's glass and metal combination is getting as refined with each iteration, and we admit we're fans of this design. The curves on the back make the A5 a joy to handle. We also like the way the glass surface on the back feels, if only it weren't such a smudge fest. On the front, we find again a fingerprint reader embedded in the home button, and it works just as well as on the S7, which means it's dependable but not the fastest we've seen. The loudspeaker is placed on the right side of the phone, right over the power button. We're glad to see the good old 3.5mm headphone jack. The A5 uses the latest USB-C port, something the S7 doesn't even have. There's even a microSD slot on the top of the phone to expand the existing storage. One of the most notable changes with the A5 2017 is the always-on display, which comes with the same level of functionality as on the S7. In addition to the clock or the calendar, it'll also show app notification icons. A less obvious upgrade is the IP68 certified dust and water resistance, a rare feature on a mid-range device even in the premium segment. The AMOLED screen on the front delivers a traditional punch in contrast and colors, but there's also a super color accurate screen mode for the times you need one. The screen brightness is as high as on the Galaxy S7, and even though our camera will often capture the backlight pulsating, this is not something you'd notice in person. The A5 2017 fared better than the S7 in all of our screen-on battery tests. The Galaxy A5 ships with Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow, which is surprising for a new device, but an Android Nougat update is reportedly hiding around the corner. The UI on the new A5 has seen some changes compared to what we have on the S7. The update is called Grace UX, and while it doesn't look all that different, it comes with a few new features. For one, there's 3D Touch. A longer press on an app icon offers you several options. Unfortunately, the functionality is still basic and not tied to a particular app. The Galaxy A5 uses a brand new Exynos chipset, and we were eager to test out how it performed. It's an improved version of the older Exynos chip used in the J7 2016 and the A3 2017. Our tests showed that the new chipset performs quite similarly to the Snapdragon 625. The two often trade the leading spot depending on which benchmark you use, and the difference is never huge. The only area where the Exynos chipset is the undisputed leader is the graphics department. Life is not all number crunching though. Camera performance is important, and unfortunately there is still no 4K video recording. The 1080p video we recorded turned out quite good with nice levels of detail and low noise. Colors are rendered quite nicely as well. But we feel the lack of video stabilization is unacceptable. The image quality from the main camera is quite good, and the photos have little noise and pleasantly vivid colors. The selfie camera is another 16 megapixel sensor, and while the images it takes are really good, it has such a shallow depth of focus that you need to pay extra attention to position yourself in the camera's fixed focal range. So it's time to wrap this up. The Galaxy A5 has an excellent design and build quality and a top-notch display. You also can't beat the waterproofing for the extra peace of mind it offers. The defining feature of this A5 must be the power efficiency that comes with the 14nm chipset. There's only one thing that's wrong with the A5 2017, and that's the duo of average performing cameras. But just because you get served one average dish out of an otherwise excellent full course meal doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the experience. And we surely did enjoy every minute with the latest Galaxy